Welcome to Gulf News Kicking Back, where the story of the day is Olivier Giroud has become France's all-time leading goal scorer as he scored against Poland in the last 16. France won 3-0, but actually even more impressive than that, Sham, was Mbappe's performance yet again. I mean, he single-handedly looks like he's going to take the team all the way to the final. He scored 2 more goals today. He's become the top scorer in the World Cup, and he got the assist for Giroud's goal. I mean, and he was absolutely unstoppable today. He's lightning quick. I mean, poor Matty Cash was the right back trying to mark him, but it was chasing shadows all night. How good were France again tonight, Sham? Sum it up for us.
France was completely dominant today, and in fact, if you look at the first 20 minutes, I thought France is just going to blow Poland away. It is Poland's credit. Poland came back into the match, and they fought for a good bit of time. That is till the halftime. After halftime, it was Mbappe and France all the way, and Mbappe continues to really fascinate me, because right from the first match onwards, he's just been Mbappe. And today you look at him, 2 goals and 2 assists. And like you said, he is the leading candidate for the Golden Boot now. Not just that, he makes it look so ridiculously easy. And especially the second goal, that is the France third goal he scored, it is just... There was no goal there. I mean, there's a whole forest of people in front of him, and he bends the ball around Chesney. And Chesney, who's been the goalkeeper of this tournament. And the way that is so far post. What a brilliant goal, man. This man is nothing but genius. And you said Giroud is the leading scorer. I don't think he'll remain the leading goal scorer for far too long the way with Mbappe is going. And Mbappe has got already 8 World Cup goals before 24. That means he's beaten the record of Pelé. And looks like record after record is jumping for Mbappe. And this France leading goal scorer thing of Giroud, I don't think the day is far off when that will also fall at his feet.
I think you're spot on, Charm. The way Mbappe is playing right now, okay, to his credit, Giroud has got 52 international goals for France. That's a terrific run. Thierry Henry held the record until tonight, but he's gone past him. But Satish, the way, as Sham has just said, the way Mbappe is playing right now, he's got age on his side as well. He's only 23, Sham? I think he's 23 years old. He's a young man. Yeah, he's got his whole career. He's got a good 10 years ahead of him. And it looks like the way this France team is dominating the matches as well, he's going to be plundering in the goals in the future, isn't he, Satish?
Absolutely, Imran. And he's got that cool presence in him. If you look at that second goal, he took his time and waited for the slot and then scored the goal. Brilliant. So having that kind of a mindset at that young age, that's why he's called one of the best, or a genius probably. Maybe he'll do better than what Ronaldo or Messi could do for their countries, but he's brilliant. Yeah, he's amazed me literally today. And as Sham said, the angle with which he scored the second goal, or rather the France third, was brilliant. Yeah, it was really amazing to see these kind of shots come through.
Yeah, it was. He definitely got a couple of really good strikes. But Sham, I have to say, I was impressed with Poland today. I was pleased with their approach, because, you know, we've been watching them and they've been very poor. They've been very negative in the way they've been playing. They'd only scored 2 goals in the group stages prior to tonight. But today's game plan was obviously very different. They were on the front foot, and okay, they went behind after Giroud had given France the lead in the first half. But for long periods of that first half, Poland actually matched France, and there was a couple of moments. In fact, there was a terrific moment when I forgot the striker's name. It wasn't Lewandowski. It was exactly, and they had 3 attempts in 2 seconds. All 3 were blocked. One was a great save, and one was stopped on the line, and another was saved. But I think they had a far better showing tonight, anyway, than they did, especially against Argentina. They were really poor in that particular game. But some words for Poland, Sham. What do you think of them tonight?
To me, this was Poland's best performance in Qatar, simply because the games they were winning, they're just scraping through. But today, they were quite positive. See, this is despite the fact that France was all over them in the first 20 minutes. Despite that, they showed enough resilience. In fact, the first 20 minutes, they were kept afloat by nothing but Chesney's brilliance in the goal, really. See, after the 20 minutes, Poland decided, okay, enough is enough. Okay, we want to be back in the game, and they showed some real intent, and they had the French defense scrambling for cover at least. And the goal and the attempt, you said something. It was, I think it was came around the 36th minute. Yes, to Zelensky, he let loose such a pile driver, and I don't think. Hugo Lloris knew much about it. It just came straight at him, and he just only managed to push it back. Not just that, that there were 3 attempts at the goal, and one of them was saved off the line by a defender. Actually, if that ball, yes, that if that ball had gone in, I think then we would have had a different match altogether. But unfortunately for Poland, that didn't go in. And by the time when they came back from the halftime, France had completely, changed their game plan as an okay. They said that enough is enough, and let's go. Let's show them their place. And the second goal, which came in the 74th minute, I think for them it was pretty much over. But the good thing is Poland never gave up right till the end. I mean, of course, that penalty which came as say 90+9, I think that is when the penalty was scored. So which clearly shows that at no point, even when they were 3-0 down, Poland never gave up, which is brilliant. I thought, which is amazing. In a World Cup, you just don't give up, and that is what Poland did. And they can go out with their health high despite being a 3-1 defeat because they fought.
Absolutely, Sham. I mean, really, because, I was very concerned before this game started. I thought that France would absolutely thrash them maybe by 4 or 5 goals if Poland played the way that they had been playing in the group stages, which was having 2 banks of 4, sitting deep, and then just trying to get the ball up to Lewandowski as and when they could and trying to nick a goal. You just can't play football like that. You can get away with a couple of results this way, but over the long course of a tournament, you need to show a bit more. Tonight, they definitely showed a lot more. And it's rather apt, Sham, because that penalty was most probably Lewandowski's last touch of a football in the World Cup, because we know he's gonna retire, just like Messi's retiring after this World Cup, Ronaldo as well. Lewandowski is also at the age now where he probably isn't going to get another tournament 4 years from now. He probably won't be any use to Poland if he is selected. So it most probably was his final touch. But Satish, having seen France now, obviously, they're the defending champions, and they're playing like they're really enjoying the football. There's a smile on Mbappe's face. Giroud has come in and replaced Benzema, and they're not missing him at all. They've got Griezmann playing really well. They've got Dembele. They've got Rabiot. They've got such a good team there. Do you think that they can now go on? They're into the quarterfinals. Do you think they can probably feel that they can get to the final and win the title again?
Absolutely, Imran. They have shown, and more importantly, the defense has been keeping Lewandowski quiet today. So that showed that they are a total team. Like, it's not just about their strike power or scoring goals. They have kept Lewandowski quiet for almost the entire period of the game. So that way, I think France has got a total game, and I'm sure they will. If something happens, the freak happens against them, then it's a different issue. But in a knockout, as with any knockout stage, but I think they have every chance of going ahead and winning the title. As of course, Brazil could be a good contender to be there as well. But yes, they are very much there.
Yeah, they're very much there. We've been saying, Sham, from in fact the very first game that we watched them, we were impressed, weren't we, when they took apart the Australians 4-1. And in fact, Mbappe on that night looked like he was going to have a really good tournament. And he's kept that level up from that game on, in fact. He's been playing really well. He's got them through to the quarterfinals. I mean, to be honest, though, it's not good to just rely on one man, like, Argentina seems to be doing with Messi. And it seems to be now the Mbappe show. But with the quality around him as well, surely that they should surely be able to reach the final. Don't you think so?
I like we said in the previous days, see, France is with every game they've been improving. Look, because we even wrote them off early in the tournament simply because they didn't have Karim Benzema there, who would have been spearheading their attack. And not just that, they don't have Pogba, they don't have Kante. So their midfield is pretty much a recast midfield. So there were serious worries, but France showed us with every match that they are gelling into a team. And the previous game itself, we said they have the look of the champions, really. And looks like they could be the second team after Brazil to defend a World Cup, because the way they were going is each match they seem to raise their level higher and higher. And Early in the group stage, they look like a one-man team with Mbappe dominating. They still do, but the thing is, that is simply because of he is Mbappe, because his brilliance, he is outshining the rest of them. That is not there that the rest of the team is not rallying around them. Giroud was very good. He's right there to push the ball home. So also was the rest of the guys. So many then. And I even wrote down at when the game was 60 minutes old, nine of the 10 players. Okay, forget the goalkeeper. 9 of the 10 players had a shy at the Poland goal. That tells you how much involved the entire team is. So all the players are functioning as a unit. That is what wins football games, and that's what France did today. Which is why I seriously think that they will go all the way into the final.
And in fact, Sham, Giroud just showed his quality because before his goal, midway through the first half, he'd only had 9 touches of the ball. But players like Giroud, they only need one chance. I mean, he took his finish really well, found the bottom corner, that got them on the way. France march on, Poland go home. We've got 2 more games tomorrow to look forward to. Japan against Croatia. Let's talk about that one first because I've got a sneaky feeling, Satish, that we could be seeing. I know you've been looking forward to seeing some shocks, and I think we could be seeing a shock here tomorrow. I have been so impressed by the Blue Samurai. They've had a superb tournament. I mean, beating Germany was just an impressive thing anyway, but then beating Spain, that was just as remarkable. Now they face Croatia. I got a feeling that they can upset them. What do you think they're going to do? How do you think they're going to get on tomorrow?
I think I'll go with Japan as well because that confidence should give them the victories must be giving them the confidence to go ahead and take the knockout stage in a much positive way than what Croatia will be looking for. So I would always back the guys who have been consistent, and especially coming back after 2 wins against Germany and Spain. I'm sure there's a morale will be sky high. So I'm sure they will go, and they played as a unit when they beat both Germany and Spain. Just like the way France did, they played as a collective unit. There are no great superstars, but each one did their role well. So I think they would go ahead and surprise probably give the first surprise in the tournament in the knockout. Hopefully, if England sail through today.
Sham, Croatia do have a superstar in their team, Luka Modric. This is probably his last World Cup as well. Do you think he'll stand up and be counted when his country needs him the most?
Yes, absolutely, because he has been doing just that up till now. So I would expect him to do that tomorrow too. Not just that, I would completely take an opposite view from Satish, although I pretty much agree with what he said there. But I would think that Croatia might beat Japan 1-0. Okay, Japan has been the fairy tale of this Qatar World Cup. That is true. That's no denying it. They beat Germany. They beat Spain, 2 of the powerhouses in world football. So which you cannot take anything away from them because they beat them convincingly. Not just that, even more remarkable is they were a goal behind and they came back and to win both games. Absolute show of resilience. And not just that, and the kind of energy they bring into the match is amazing. They just sit back and hit you on the counters, and the speed at which they come back at you is really, really awesome. So, but having said that, I think Croatia is a different cup of tea. Croatia is a more experienced team. It's not easy to break them down. Okay, they may not play what you call very pleasing soccer. But they are more pragmatic side, the more solid side. So I see, unlike the Germany and Spain who were going to the attack straight away and to get goals, Croatia doesn't do that. They just grind them down. They take the chances. They hit back only when the opportunity arises. Which is why I think Japan will meet their match in Croatia tomorrow.
Oh, that'll be interesting to see if that happens. The other game, obviously, is Brazil against South Korea. And the big news is, Satish, that Neymar is fit and available for Brazil for that game. Obviously, I think they're going to throw him back into the side because there seemed to be something slightly not quite right without him there. He does so much for the team. He's a live wire. You know, he gets the 2 working. He provides all these assists with his flicks and skills. He's such an important player for them. But South Korea also have been really good. They've had a good World Cup up until now. They beat Portugal in their last game. Injury time goal it was that put them through and which knocked Germany out. How do you see South Korea getting on tomorrow against Brazil, Satish?
I think the way the Brazil actually when they played the last game, I think there were 6 substitutions. So that and still they did quite well in a World Cup. So that shows the strength of Brazil. So if the A team, I'm sure the A team will be coming in with Neymar coming in. I'm sure Brazil will be. They should easily win against South Korea. Though South Korea can spring a surprise with their total football again. But I think it's Brazil for me tomorrow.
Sham, do you agree with Satish? Brazil to cruise through to the quarterfinals?
Brazil might win, but I'm not happy with the way Brazil has been playing. So despite their star quality and despite having 26 stars in the squad, they have not been the Brazil they are. Simply because they've been dominating, but in the end, it's the goals that matter. But the goals have not been coming. How many goals have they scored so far? Not so many, which is a worry for me. And you look at the match against Cameroon, for instance, they dominated 89 minutes of the match. And the sheer number of goals on top in attempts at the goal, I mean, it is no match. Cameroon got one chance, they scored, and they won. So this is how football is played. And I think Brazil needs to get scoring. They need to get more goals in. See, you look at how France is playing. They've been dominant. They've been scoring. Brazil has been dominant, but not scoring, which is a worry. But I think tomorrow they should have enough quality in them to beat South Korea.
Yeah, I agree. I think they should, especially with Neymar back in the team, Richarlison, Rafinha, Vinicius Jr. They've got so many attacking players. And you're right, Sham, with that wealth of attack, you'd expect more goals. Maybe we'll see that tomorrow. Right, that's the 2 games for tomorrow. But we have to have a quick word about Lionel Messi. Played his 1,000th career game yesterday. And he was on target. Of course, he was going to be. He scored the first against the Australians. They won 2-1. They're into the quarterfinals. Satish, how impressed were you with Messi again yesterday?
Yeah, I think after the loss in the first game, I think he is now ready to prove a point. I could see that extra energy in him to tell the world that I'm not just somebody who will go home empty-handed. So he's done a remarkable job, and it's great that he has scored and he's taken Argentina to the quarterfinals. Now rise the bigger test for Argentina now.
And the final word for Sham. Sham, look, every team, all the big teams now, have got obviously one key player, the talisman. If you look at Brazil, it's Neymar. If you look at Argentina, it's Messi. If you look at France, it's Mbappe. Now, from all these quality players, which one of these players do you think can take the team all the way and lift up the FIFA World Cup?
Right now, it's Mbappe. I agree.
I agree. I think we all agree. We're all in agreement. I think there's no argument there. The boy is in scintillating form. He's playing so well. Every time he puts on that France shirt, he just seems to get better and better. Like we saw today, he was just bossing the game. He looks like he's getting faster as well. Maybe my eyes are deceiving me. I'm not sure. Right, that's all from us from tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, head to golfnews.com for all the latest news and reviews, and check us out on our social media channels. Thank you, Satish, and thanks, Sham. And we'll see you again tomorrow.
Good luck, Imran. Good luck for the game tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.